Hi, I'm Ollie from Your Guitar Academy, and in this lesson we're going to learn how to play the solo from All Right Now by Free, and it sounds like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is just break that down. We're going to look at it in the sections on the fretboard. I think that's the best way, and just like as licks, and have a little look at where we're getting these from as well. So the first bit. This is all coming from, the song's based in A, and we're getting these notes from A major, pentatonic really. So your shape 1 there. Okay. So it's 2nd fret on the G string, slide up to the 4th, and then back down to 2, and then again. So that whole first section there is just between 2nd fret and 4th fret on the G string. So okay. Next part, we come up to shape 2, still A major, pentatonic. And rhythmically, it's very similar. It's actually an octave above. So we're playing the same notes, but this time we're playing them on the 5th fret of the B string up to the 7th fret of the B string. And we do the same thing twice there. And the other thing to note is you can also have the open E string ringing out over it as well. So you get this. Okay, so what's really nice there is that this note that you're playing on the 5th fret of the B is an E note. So it's going to be the same note. And then when you slide up, there's a little bit of a clash there, but it still sounds nice. Okay, and then we're down to this lick. Okay, which is again probably based around that shape 1, maybe a bit of a combination of both. But what we're doing is 4th fret on the G string with your index finger, and then 5th fret on the E string with your 3rd finger, and then it's a sort of between a semitone and a tone bend. Aim for the tone bend, I think. Okay, so 4th fret, tone bend, back down to the 4th fret, and then down to the 2nd fret on the G string. Okay, and you might find that bend is a bit tricky to do with just your index finger. You could use your middle finger as well to help with it. Middle finger and index finger on the same string. Okay. So that's sort of shapes 1 and 2 covered for this solo, so I'll just play that bit through again. Okay. And throughout this, you can put on fairly wide vibrato, quite aggressive vibrato if you want to. It will just sound more like the song. So that's that part covered. Now we're coming up to this next section, which sounds like. And up here we're sort of in, sorry, shape 4 with a note from shape 3 as well. But it's just a quick hammer on up from the 8th fret on the B string up onto the 10th fret of the B string. So you barely hear that 8th fret. Okay, and then we're on to it. Then we've got this bit. So what we're doing there is keep your middle finger down on the 10th fret of the B string and then keep your index finger down on the 9th fret of the G string. And you're going to hammer on with your 3rd finger onto the 11th fret of the G string. So you get this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it starts, this sort of lick begins with the sort of a leading in note, which is the 10th fret on the B string, and then the lick starts. Okay, so to do that, we're doing the 9th fret on the G, hammer on to the 11, and then pick the 10th fret on the B. So 5. So it does it 5 times round, and then we come up to a bend on the B string, 12th fret, full one tone, so you're bending up to the note, the same note that you would get if you were fretting the 14th fret. So looking at the technique of this is quite fast. So the way to practice it is get it under your fingers first. Do it nice and slow, and make sure it's even, so you're not getting like a... If you're new to hammer-ons, you might find that that's what your hands want to do. And that's going to be really hard to speed up. So just take it slower, make sure there's an even gap between each note, so they're all the same length. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? If you do that, if you practice it slowly and gradually build the speed up, you'll find that you'll get there sooner than if you just go for it and you haven't quite got the rhythm of it right yet. There'll come a point when you do just have to play it as fast as you can, but make sure you've really got it under your fingers first. Okay. So we do that twice and then we're on to this lick. It's the same lick 3 times. So 12th fret on the B string, bend up full tone, and then back down, release. So you hear that 12th fret again. And then come down to the 10th fret on the B string, 11th fret on the G, and then back to the 10th fret on the B string. So the first time is like that. The second and third time, catch the 12th fret on the E string as well. Which is a bit tougher because you've got to keep your little finger down on the 12th fret and do the bend at the same time. That's going to require some finger independence. So if you find that 12th fret is, you're bending it as well, just work a little bit more on finger independence. Okay, so that's that lick. So I'll just go through this sort of position 4, shape 4 stuff, and I'll play that through. So. There we go. I only caught the 12th fret on the last one there, but I think in the record it's on the second and third of that lick there. And after that, we're coming up to this section. Okay, and actually what's happening here is we're changing to A minor pentatonic. So the rest of it, we've been in A major, and now we're coming into A minor, shape 1. Okay, and on this guitar, really up there. But it's the 17th fret, shape 1 starting on the 17th fret. And the lick is this. So it's the same idea as the previous lick with hammer on the lower string and then the single note on the next string up. but this time we're doing it in a different place. So it's 17th fret on the B string, hammering onto the 20th, and then picking the 17th fret on the E string. So you get this. Okay, so if you spent time working on the sort of technique of that and the timing, this will come much more easily. That same thing, it's 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then it's a bend on the 20th fret, full tone. And then we're doing. Okay, and that's quite tough. So what we're doing there is a little bar with your index finger, 17th fret on the E string, then to the B string, 17th fret, and then 20th fret on the E string, full bend, and then release and pull off to the 17th fret, and then back up to the 20th fret on the E string, and then down to the 20th fret on the B string, straight away into a full bend. So, and then you're going to do 17th fret on the E string, and then bend 20th fret on the B string. Okay, and then we do that fast lick again with the bend. Okay, so it's very similar, but this time we're doing the bar, and then, so it's the bend on the 20th fret on the E string, release, and then pull off to the 17th fret on the E string, and then bend up again on the 20th fret, and then release, and pull off to the 17th fret, and then do it again. 20, 17, and then you're going to do 17 on the E, and then 20 on the B, and then bend that 20 up, and then release, and then it comes down to 19 on the B, and then down to 17 on the B. And that's the end of that solo. So I'll just play that last bit through. Okay, so good luck with all of that. I would definitely recommend just breaking it down into the individual sections, master them one by one. You'll probably have to spend more time on the faster ones up here just because they're a bit more technically difficult to get and it's got some big bends. But just take your time with it and you'll get there. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye-bye.